Hello, and welcome back to episode 8 of the Pokemon Red Randomise Nuzlock. And we're going to just look at the team because, well, we've had casualties through Mount Moon, and we have our Vulpix, Victory Bell, Vileplume, and Dragonite to get us through. This is the final floor, so we know there's a few items around and probably some hidden ones I've missed. But we want to try and just get out of here with the remaining team before complete casualties happen. And we found out last time that Fire Spin is actually a really good move. I probably should have known this, but it's a strange thing because when I played Pokemon Red, Fire Pokemon weren't used that often. Because you would always want to start with your Squirtles or Bulbasaurs, so not knowing about certain moves is one of the problems I might have been facing in this game. So I just want to level up a few more. I don't want to put too much on the Dragonite because it will be close to the level cap, which would be quite dangerous, and I don't want to be fighting any dragons because if it's like mine, it's going to have Dragon Rage. I don't need to risk the trainers at the moment either because, again, I just want to get out, get a couple more team members because we got the route straight after Mount Moon. If it's someone I can beat, I'm going to take them on. If it's not, we won't be. We're going to just do Vileplume at the top in case we get some of these water ones. They might be quite good for a few levels instead of just swatch to the grass and I get a fire Pokemon. That's just how the series has gone, really, hasn't it? Every time I bump into one of my guys' weaknesses, and we end up having to do some switching around. So let's see, do we get... oh, that's even worse. That's going to be a bug. It's not. I haven't got anything like more physical to hit them with other than like specialist moves, which is one of the drawbacks of the using the 4 moves thing. I thought there would have been a couple more items before here. I have to face this guy. I know there's a hidden item at the top right there. That's usually a moonstone, so hopefully we'll get something juicy that will make catching or evolving some Pokemon. As we have seen, I've got a couple of water stones, and I've had a leaf stone already, but the one I actually need I don't get, which is the Firestone from my Vulpix. And when I say this, I'll probably find out I could have just evolved it by level up. So that's it. We better swap. I don't really have anything other than the Dragonite for this, which is kind of frustrating. I would like to... I just need a bit more coverage for types, really. I stupidly lost my fighting in Machamp even, which has really held us back a bit. And well, my Magikarp died as well. My Fearow, which was something slightly different, didn't do much better. So yeah. And again, when you're doing this, you just run into like some moves that are going to devastate you without you realising. But we have the Fossil Man we can take on, which will be good to take on someone different. I'm sure it won't be difficult. Well, a Staryu is faster than my Vileplume. I was not expecting that. So nice. So let's see. At least with the fossil, we get another encounter. We're not going to do the old... no, the old Amber will be Pewter City encounter, say. Let's say, we could bend the rules a little bit because it's quite a light Randomise Nuzlock. I'm not the most confident going into all of these anyway. I just want to try and do something a little bit different. And just do something I've been through these before, like... I just feel like I want to do one where things could be different. And everyone I've done so far has just been a bit too much hard work to like learn. So I wanted to do something that I think I knew well, like with my first gen knowledge. I understand I'm rubbish when it comes to knowing about stats and stuff, which is okay, I accept that. Like, we'll get better as the years go by, I guess. And hopefully we can continue to make some more of these videos for some of the other games. Like, there's so many we could go through. I could do blue. The yellow one is the one that's most interesting because your starter isn't going to be as randomized as we think, because you only randomize the Pikachu that you have to have, which I think will be quite interesting. Because if we have a randomized Pikachu, we could get absolutely anything, something completely useless. Or we could have something like a Mewtwo, which would be quite good to have, I guess. This is like the ultimate David versus Goliath, isn't it? Really, like one of the best in the game versus the one you just can't avoid through the game. So now I do get this fossil, I'm going to have to do a very quick bit of healing because poison kills you in this game still, which is an annoying feature, as to say the least. But at least my team can nearly all, yeah, they can all take one Dragon Rage if we ran into it now. We can see we've got a host of items. I don't want to use that full heal, so I'll take the Helix fossil and we'll see what it turns into. I don't think we have to take on any more grunts, so hopefully we can just sneak out the door here without any more annoying battles. We will switch to the Victory Bell because it has the sleep powders, which is much needed for this part of the catching game, or we can come back and do the... I used to thought there was an item in there, but never mind. Probably is, and I've just completely missed it. Yes, because again, I'm not the best at remembering where the items were. Another TM, which is going to be hopefully helpful. Raw. It's not helpful. And I can't fight that person. We're going to go to the gym. Not the gym, the Pokestop, to get rid of my injured Pokemon and clear out some of these items, which I know is fine. So we do have to say goodbye to two of our Pokemon, which is Lee, the Machamp, and Flyby, which was the Fearow. And we can release them both because I might keep the Fearow in there dead, but just for flying later in the game, just in case I don't get a fly Pokemon. I don't want to be running around like a headless chicken through this game, so that's going to be kept there. Don't need the bike shop yet, but we will go and sell some stuff. Sell stuff like, well, first thing we're going to sell is raw, because I don't need raw. I don't know why I even bothered doing this. I could have done this later. Let's go get this encounter and then we can end this episode before we go and do the nuggets. Oh, and Gary, because he's an annoying little prick in this game, which will be a very interesting battle. I may actually just look to steamroller him. The encounter is a Raichu, which isn't actually too bad. Spore, okay, and it's straight to sleep. This would be good if this was the real version of the game, because we're going straight into the Thunder Gym, the Water Gym even. But otherwise, it's a strange one really, because I've needed something else in the team. It's not the most helpful when you look at the coverage I've already got. and it doesn't really want to go to sleep, which is not helping me catch it. I'm probably going to bump in one more absorb just to weaken it a little bit more. Good, so it stayed asleep this time. And we go. So we're going to probably call this something really unoriginal, like all of the names here, and call it Pika. And then we'll head back. Oh. We'll head back to the Pokestop and see where we are. That's a nice big bag. That could... Let's just run away. We don't need to get involved. So I do have the two choices. I could do Nugget Bridge, or I could go and try the gem. I feel like I need to probably be very careful on Nugget Bridge to rotate, because I don't want to be over leveling anyone. But otherwise, we're pretty good for who we've got, so we're going to do Nugget Bridge. But the Gary battle, we're probably going to start with the Dragonite just for safety reasons. So we're just going to say thank you for watching, and hopefully you like the newest member of our team. And until next time, we're going to go and catch some Pokemon.